As a leader in services for disabled veterans for over 100 years, DAV continually looks for ways to provide even more assistance to those who've served, which is why they've acquired Patriot Bootcamp, a free entrepreneurship accelerator for those looking to take their business ideas to the next level.
People in the military have historically made great entrepreneurs. I think there's something about the discipline you get in the military to work within a system, but be creative enough to make things happen. I think when folks get out, they want to hit the gas on their careers. And being an entrepreneur is a great way to do that. There's no limits, you're your own boss. And I think people in the military, once they get out, they're already good leaders and they're ready to start their own thing. Patriot Bootcamp's really there for veterans, for spouses, for active duty members, folks who have an idea, an existing idea for a business. They're founders, they're usually not franchisees. And then we're providing the resources they need, the know-how to succeed in that. We're helping them with scaling, funding, just connecting them with great resources and great subject matter experts that help them take an idea and turn it into a business, or take an existing venture and take it to the next level.
Born and raised in New York City, joined the Navy on November 6th, 2001. I knew I had a fire in me, but when I was getting out, I did not know I could have the tools in the toolbox to start my own business. Before I started Patriot Bootcamp, I was very skeptical of what actual value I was going to get out of the program. I was extremely impressed by the quality of the mentors that were assigned to me, how each one had not only known some of my challenges, but had felt it and lived through it themselves. And I walked away extremely energized. Actually, through that Patriot Bootcamp event, I found what later became my co-founder in the company. And together we started the business.
Patriot Bootcamp in-person events are typically about 3 days long. We cover a wide range of things in that time period. We try and keep it busy and intensive. One of the important things that we do is connect people with that community. And one of the things we ask them to do is, we call it pitch, ask, give. So they're asked to explain their business in a coherent way to their colleagues. Then they're asked to describe areas where they need help. And then they're asked to give, and that is tell their fellow veterans, fellow participants, what it is that they need help with. And that bonds the group, really. Every cohort is kind of a community within a community within a community. And they're going to be there for each other. And the folks who go through the program say it's a fantastic opportunity.
So I had an idea, but it hadn't really been validated yet. And I just went there to really talk about it, pitch about it, learn about how do you take an idea and turn it into something that's real. The thing I like best about Patriot Bootcamp is the mentorship and the networking. So the mentorship is you with another person that's been through this before. They're successful. They've gone through this. They've gone through the ups and downs, and just help you with very tactical things and big vision things. So you can go in and ask a broad question like, what should I do here? Or you can be very tactical and say, like, I have this problem, how can I, try to experiment or solve it? And that's just so important, to get in front of 15, 20 people that have done this before, that have gone through this exact same journey, and give you a leg up and give you some advice is just critical. Something that's really missing from the veteran entrepreneurship world, because vets are way underrepresented in entrepreneurship, and it's very hard to find another vet entrepreneur, inside of organizations, inside of investment portfolios. So being in this world where there's a lot of vets talking to you about this kind of stuff is so important.
Patriot Bootcamp's offered at no cost, which is incredible considering the amount of expertise we bring to the table. For every veteran who participates in a Patriot Bootcamp in-person event, there's a mentor there. And that mentor is an absolute subject matter expert. And in the course of an event, they might meet 3 or 4 times with different mentors who bring a lot to the table and help them out. So the value's there, and like all DAV services, it's offered at no cost.
I can't imagine me being where I am today without Patriot Bootcamp, to be honest. It's one of those experiences where being around people, the right type of person that can motivate you but also hold you accountable, is just really, really important. But also It gives you the ability and the permission, I guess, to dream, to see a world where you raise, millions of dollars, where you employ dozens of people. That is, a world that's just so foreign from where you might be, at that moment where you have an idea. And it's so easy to give up on this kind of stuff. And if you're on enough people that normalize it, then it's all achievable.
Everything you need to know about Patriot Bootcamp can be found at patriotbootcamp.org, and you can sign up there to receive newsletters and things like that so that you can stay informed of when events are coming up. Patriot Bootcamp's unique. If you go to a for-profit accelerator sometimes, they're going to take a piece of the pie once your venture is off the ground. We don't do that. Of course, we're a charity. All of our services are offered free and at no obligation, but we do have our own intentions. We have our own motives. And one of them is that we want people to succeed and we want them to hire a lot of people. If you have an idea, and most people do for a business, you owe it to yourself to explore that. You owe it to yourself to dig in and find out if it's something that you could do. You never know until you try. And DAV Patriot Bootcamp is a great way to do that.